Hey everybody, Brock Frady here, helping you enjoy your ride. In today's video, we're going to be taking an in-depth look at this 2025 Lexus RX 350. But before we get started, I want to say a big thank you to Flow Lexus of Greensboro. I'll be sure to leave all their contact information in the description box below. There's no real changes for the exterior of the RX 350 for 2025, but let me just say, I'm in love with those 21-inch wheels. This is a definite upgrade. This is also sitting on Goodyear Eagle Touring tires. Those tires are 235/50/21, and the 21 indicates that wheel size. That is just a gorgeous wheel. Of course, the brakes on the front and the back are ventilated so that they stay cool for you. Then we're gonna work our way around to the LED headlights, LED turn signals. Those are super nice. They are adaptive, so they will, if you have your brights on, they will automatically dim so they don't blind people. Then you have your LED fog lights right there in the very bottom corner. Of course, you have that gorgeous Lexus signature spindle grille. That is everything that everyone is crazy about. Loving the spindle grille. Then you of course have a camera right up front. You have cameras all over the place. Then you have your radar cruise control and everything that's embedded right behind that gorgeous Lexus emblem. Under the hood here is the impressive little engine that could. This is an inline 4-cylinder engine. In fact, it's a 2.4 liter 4-cylinder turbocharged inline. It produces 275 horsepower, 317 pound-foot of torque, and that's where you really feel the pull of the engine, is when the torque is higher than the horsepower output. That's where you really feel the pull. So it actually feels like it has more than 275 horsepower, which is very cool out of a 4-cylinder turbocharged engine. All of that is mated to an 8-speed automatic transmission, and it's going to get you from 0 to 60 in 7.2 seconds. And here's another cool tidbit. It has a tow capacity of 3,500 pounds. That's the same tow capacity as the old V6 variant. You can get this in front-wheel drive and all-wheel drive. And the all-wheel drive, when you do get that, is a dynamic torque control all-wheel drive. Fuel economy is 22 city, 29 highway, and combined 25. Not too shabby for a vehicle of this size. The overall length is 192.5 inches. Overall width is 75.6 inches. Overall height, 67.3 inches. It has a ground clearance of 8.2 inches. A curb weight of 4,200 pounds. You, of course, have these super sleek, deep cut angles on it. Look at that big fat angle on the hood there. Makes it look nice and sexy. Then you have, of course, all these beautiful chrome pieces. You can see the chrome there on the mirror, and then you have this chrome outline that goes all the way around the windows, and then it's like a floating roof line. You can see that there is like a black piece right there, and it gives the appearance that the back of the roof is just kind of floating there. Makes it look a little bit more mysterious. Isn't that a good looking vehicle? Let's work our way around to the back. You have that big signature LED light bar in the very back of it that goes all the way across at night. That just looks so sophisticated. This one has the black emblem upgrade. You can see RX 350 there on the back, and then you have Lexus right there on the back door. That is super nice. I love the way this thing looks. Also notice that you do not see any tailpipes. This one is basically the tailpipes are all hidden. It looks super, super good. Now, since we're around the back of it, as long as you have the key fob on your person, you can approach it, put your foot under it, and it will open the back. There's even a little handy dandy sign that tells you what to do in order to open the back of the vehicle by just doing the kick motion. So here is the back of it. plenty of room. You have tons and tons of storage in this thing. The RX 350 has always had a lot of storage, but this one just seems like it has more. I doubt it really does, but it just seems like it does. There's a net here, and you can attach the net to these points on the far left and also on the far right, and that way you can store items in the net without things rolling around. You do have a tonneau cover here. You can pull this back, lock it in place, and keep the things in the rear of the vehicle nice and hidden. You also have a 40-20-40 split seat, 40-20-40, and that means you can fold the middle of that second row seat independently of the outer portions and carry long items and still have two rear passengers sitting comfortably in the back seat. And you can simply press. You can also close it with your key fob as well. Moving right around to the back door, here is the back seat. Super, super comfy. Notice that these back seats are perforated. They are not heated or cooled in this particular car, but you can get heated seats in some versions. They're not ventilated though. They are just perforated like that to match the look of the front seats. Then you have cup holders that are integrated into your armrest there. You also do have power points for your Apple devices or USB-C. You also have power points here and also climate controls here for your second row passengers. Super luxurious interior. There are so many soft touch points right here. This is soft, this is soft, this as well. Nice stitching, contrasted stitching here on the door handle or on the armrest, and then of course lock, unlock, and your window control. Now, something that is interesting to get used to. This has been out a while for Lexus, but notice that the door handle doesn't pull open. There is an electronic little rubber pad back here on the back, and that allows you to open the door. So you just squeeze it and you hear a little pop, and that opens the door for you. Then notice how the luxurious amenities and feel and look of the vehicle just continue on the inside of this door panel. Here is your door handle. So in order to exit the vehicle when you're inside of it, you're just going to push that. You can also pull it as well, but I've been pushing it and it opens the door for me. That's all super nice. Then on the inside, from the driver's perspective, check out how luxurious that steering wheel is. That wood is actually got like a soft, almost leathery feel to it. I love the design of the steering wheel. The steering wheel is like substantial in your hands. It has lots of functionality right here and on the right side as well. But it's not functionality just for the sake of being able to say you can do a lot of things on the steering wheel. It's all usable and easy. Then you have your memory seat settings right there. On the left side it says set 1, 2, 3. That's where you can set the position of your steering wheel, your seat, and also your mirrors, and that will memorize that up to 3 people. Then coming to the center console, notice that it's the same wood trim that you saw on the steering wheel is down here on the center console, and that's all really, really nice too. I'll show you how that gear selector works. It works just like it does in a Prius because I have one and it works just like mine. Then there's your parking brake, your brake hold, and then you also have a little panel here that you can push, and there's more wood there. You also have a wireless charger down here in this box, along with a couple of other chargers as well. Another one of the nicest features of the Lexus, and this is more of a convenience feature than anything, and it's also cool to show people at parties. You can use your phone as a digital key, so you don't really have to use your key fob. You just use your phone. So to start the RX, as long as you have the key fob on your person, of course, you hit the start button here, put your foot on the brake, and that is it. And now we are in the lap of luxury. I love these screens. Everything is digital, really, really nice. Don't worry about the screen there. That's the refresh rate of my camera. The screen is not flashy or anything like that in real life. This is a driver view monitor. So that makes sure that you have your eyes on the road, and if not, it will bring your attention to that fact and correct you and say, put your eyes on the road. Shifting here, you downshift over on the left side, upshift over on the right side, so that's paddle shifters. Then you have all kinds of directional keypads here, volume, and also a pages icon. And these are very sensitive. You can see I can just put my finger on it, and you can see right there in the middle cluster, it's showing. See that? So these are touch sensitive, and so you can press this pages icon, and then that is going to take you to this icon. Then you have another directional keypad over here on the right side, and you can use this more of a driving assist mode type situation. So you can go there and adjust your following distance for whenever you have radar cruise control on. There's driving assist mode, adaptive cruise control, and you've got all kinds of stuff there too. So then right here is another pages icon. Notice that the pages icon match and the multi-directional keypads match. So pressing the pages icon here, it allows you to go into more safety system features. Right here over on the left is going to be your rain sensing wipers. Your headlights, your dusk sensing headlights. And this is going to turn on your fog lights, and then you can press the end of this stalk, and that is going to be automatic high beams, and then you can just tap it without engaging it fully, and that is a 3-blink lane change situation, and that's super nice. Then over here on the right side you have your wipers, and these are automatic. You can see it says auto here, so you just pull this down once, the wipers wipe to indicate that the auto rain sensing feature is now active. And then you can pull this toward you or push away from you to wash the glass front and back. And now here's your gear shifter. You can see we are in park right now, but the way that you use this gear shifter is according to these arrows, the way these arrows look right there. And so you can take this, if I wanted to put it in park, my foot is on the brake, over, left, down, and release. And the way that's really going to look whenever you start to drive the vehicle is just like this. Okay, so now we're in drive. In order to put it in reverse, it's left, up. And now we're in reverse. And speaking of reverse, here's that gorgeous backup camera. Nice digital display, dynamic grid lines. These grid lines are dynamic, which means they turn with the turning of the steering wheel. You can see that. Then you can see an overhead view. That is simply a stitched view of all the different camera angles all around the vehicle. And then you can hit this, and that's going to take you to a much like a fisheye view of the back. And then there's that. So you can see as I put it in reverse right here, and you can also see it's got kind of a view of under the vehicle. Isn't that nice? So now I can just park, and then again I'm going to show you how to put it in drive, and that's drive. And now look, it's allowing me to see under the vehicle right there. Isn't that neat? Even though I'm moving. Isn't that nice? So that's your camera system, and now I'm going to put it back in park, finish driving, and this is traction control off. This is brake hold. Whenever that is active and I'm in drive, I can take my foot off the brake after I come to a complete stop, and the RX 350 will hold me at that stop. This is automatic engine shut off, and this is how you disable that feature. So if you do not want the engine to shut off when you come to a complete stop, you just hit that. That's your parking or emergency brake. And then you also have another view of the camera right here, wide monitor camera. You can do this without having to engage it in reverse. And when you first hit that button, it takes a 360-degree view of everything around the RX to be sure that everything is clear before you operate the vehicle. And then this is parking, so I can press that. It says my seat belt is unfastened, so it's unavailable. So if my seat belt were on, it would allow me to, it would basically park itself. And then here is a little bit more storage right there. climate controls are all right here. Notice that they are all embedded into this digital display. And so here are the controls for my heated and ventilated seats, heated steering wheel, climate, and then I can close all that out. And then I can adjust the fan speed manually here. And then I can press auto. And when auto is activated, which it is now, it's going to automatically maintain the cabin temperature at whatever these dials say. So I can turn it up a little bit, and that makes it work just like the central air in your house. You can see defrost is here, front defrost, that's rear defrost and mirrors, volume button for your audio, and then recirculate and AC. And then you see where it says 71 here and 71 there, that's because sync is activated. If I turn this button for the passenger who wants a higher temperature or a different temperature than the driver, it takes it out of sync. In order to sync it again, just press sync. And then I can press English. Of course, you won't have to do this once the vehicle is yours. And we can hit setup later. We can hit exit. And now we can see all kinds of different settings that are over here on the left side. And that is going to be navigation, that's going to be audio, Bluetooth when your phone is connected, vehicle settings. This is where you can change eco, normal, and sport mode. And normal is just regular driving. It's like a combination of eco and sport. Sport is more aggressive, and so it makes the gas pedal more sensitive. And eco is the opposite of sport. It's less aggressive, more fuel efficient, but it also takes more pedal travel on the accelerator to achieve speed. Then I have all kinds of different vehicle alerts and things right there. Then there's settings, and this is where I recommend going and operating the or inputting the things that are going to be specific to your likes and wants whenever you get this vehicle. So things like Bluetooth and devices, general, and vehicle customize is one of them. So you can customize the heads-up display. By the way, there is your heads-up display. It's nice. It's in color, and that is a super handy feature. So that's some of the things on the inside of the Lexus RX 350. I say we take this thing for a ride. But before we take it for a ride, check this out. This is the driver window, and I get asked, why are Lexus vehicles so darn quiet? You see this right here? This is one of the reasons. This is actually double pane glass. I don't know if you can see this or not. It's hard to kind of get in the camera, but that is actually two pieces of glass, and in between that there is an acoustic laminate. So that's one of the main reasons why they're so quiet. So the drive of the 2025 Lexus RX 350 is surprisingly capable, considering the fact that this thing has a little 4-cylinder engine. It's like one of those things that I'm going to have to get out of my mind, the fact that a 4-cylinder being weak and not having torque is a thing of the past, because when I hear 4-cylinder engine, I just automatically equate tiny little, engine. That's not the case with this thing, and here's what I mean by that. So it's got over 300 pound-foot of torque. And that is not what you would normally associate with a 4-cylinder. I absolutely love this. Now, check out this turning radius. So I'm going to lock the wheel here. There it is. Look at that. That is absolutely unbelievable. So it's going to be super easy to drive in parking lots, nice and fun to drive on the highway, and super capable for anything that you could ever need it to do. By the way, the view out of the glass is absolutely fantastic. The feel of the cabin while you're driving is open and airy, and I really enjoy it. Obviously, it's going to be extremely quiet. No engine noise that is not normal. It's for a 4-cylinder engine, you would think that it would be screaming and severely underpowered. Not the case at all. So My recommendation of the 2025 Lexus RX 350 is a definite yes. You will absolutely love it. I recommend coming to your local Lexus dealership like I am doing right now to Flow Lexus of Greensboro and trying out one of these Lexus RX 350s for yourself. Okay, everybody, that's it for our in-depth look at the 2025 Lexus RX 350. I hope you enjoyed the video, but remember, the most important thing of all, have a wonderful day, everybody.